How do y'all like the new threads? Can you see them? Hey, how y'all doing today? Hey, I wanted to talk to y'all a little bit about multi-apping. And there's a couple of things that you need to ask yourself before you decide whether multi-apping is going to be your thing or not. If you want to hear about what I have to say about it, stick around. Okay, so one of the first things that you want to ask yourself and determine whatever, are you going to be doing these apps just for a little side hustle, a little pocket change? If that's the case, just do one or two apps. Don't stress yourself out. Make the money, enjoy it. If you make it, you make it. If you don't, then you wasn't expecting to make it anyway, and it's not a big deal. However, if you're in this to make some money and make this like a full-time job, and it is a job, don't let just nobody kid you. Only difference is this is not a W-2 job, but it is still a job, and you still have responsibilities. Now, there's going to be different strategies for different markets and different people, and it depends on your work ethics, how much you want to work, and the availability of the apps in your market. There's a lot of markets that don't have some of these apps, and some markets have apps that I don't have here. It's kind of hard to tell somebody exactly what does best unless they live in the same market or work in the same market. But in my market, the main one is going to be Grubhub, Uber Eats, and Spark. Now, I have DoorDash, but you notice I didn't even put that in the top list. And here's the I kind of have them in order is how I go, because I log into all of them. First thing I do is I turn my mileage tracker on, and I use Stride. But then I have Uber Eats, then I have Grubhub, then I have Spark, then I have Skipcart, and I have Roadie next, but technically I leave Roadie running 24/7, because in my market a lot of times you'll get pharmaceutical orders at 2 o'clock in the morning, and some of those are really good. Did one last night, $28 for 3 miles. Took about 20 minutes. If you're figuring hourly wages, I mean, you can't beat that with a stick. Anyway, after that, I have Draver. UDM was talking about Draver, so I installed Draver. I have not had anything, so apparently they're not in this market, but you can still download it. I have it, I just don't run it. But then I've got DoorDash and then Bite Squad. And the only reason why I have Bite Squad that far down on the list is because the majority of the orders that I personally get are military base orders, Shepherd Air Force Base. And it's several miles out there and then several miles back. So I really don't run that one a whole lot unless it's really slow. I may turn it on, because a lot of times, I've mentioned this before, a lot of times you're going to get bundled orders, stacked orders, whatever you want to call it, and you may get 3 orders, could get 4 orders. I've gotten 4 orders at a time, and it'd be like $60 for one trip. Not from the same restaurant, but to the same destination. But it's because I got the military ID. But if you don't have the military ID or no military bases in your area or whatever, that is going to kind of put you in that position where they call on you to go out there. They're not bad. When you're just doing your local town, just like you would with Uber Eats and DoorDash and the rest of them, they're pretty good. No complaints. Like I said, I just hate driving 10 miles to the base and have to drive 10 miles back into town to pick up another $8 order. And that's 20 miles for $8. But like I said, you can get those stacked orders and you can go out there and drop them off. And then sometimes I turn it off after that first round and I'll wait a while, because after that you're probably going to just get single orders. But anyway, what I personally do is I'll get all these apps going. You know, Uber, Grubhub, Spark, Skipcart. Because the thing of it is, in my market anyway, is it's not going to overwhelm you really, because you may have about an hour to 2 hours that you may have 3 or 4 apps all going at once, getting orders from all of them. But the rest of the day, you're going to have an order from this one, an order from that one, an order from this one over here. And that's when it really is beneficial to be running multiple apps if you're wanting to make some money. The thing of it is, don't get discouraged, because as soon as you accept an Uber Eats order, $12 order for 4 miles, you're going to get a Grubhub order for $18 for 5 miles. Just a mile more, but a lot more dollars, but you've already taken that Uber Eats order. Unless they're going in the same direction. And that's, you know, that's comes in where you need to know your market, need to know your restaurants. That's almost as important as knowing which direction the order's going. Because if you go to, there's Asian Kitchen right there. If I'm going there and there's a Subway right down there, and Subway can have your order ready in 10 minutes, an Asian Kitchen is a 40-minute wait generally. You don't want to take on multiple apps like that, because even if the Asian Kitchen is paying more, it's not worth it, because that Subway order, you could have that order, have it delivered and back before that one's ready. So you need to know the restaurants and how long they take. Generally, they'll fool you sometimes. You know, a lot of people knock Wendy's because they're slow. I've went into Wendy's and they've had the orders ready. And I've also went into the same Wendy's at a different time, and it's taken about 20 to 25 minutes. Depends on who's working, how their business is. So what restaurant is slow today may not be slow tonight or tomorrow. But you kind of got to figure out on average and just kind of go by that. But like I said, the main thing to remember is, so multi-apping, if you're wanting to put in the work and wanting to make the money, that's the way to go. But like I said earlier, if you're just trying to make a little pocket change and stuff, it's not worth the stress, because sometimes it can get rather stressful. And, you know, you do have the choice to accept and this and that, but when you're trying to get over to this restaurant and you got these annoying notifications like DoorDash, that one is so annoying to me. I think that one bothers me the worst. And of course, Bite Squad sounds like the old telephone. It's not quite as bad as DoorDash. I think DoorDash is the worst notification sound. But it depends on what you want to do and how much you want to make. And of course, mainly what's available in your area. But I would personally, I run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 apps all the time. Granted, Roadie is a pretty quiet app on this end. So, you know, it's, and I do have Instacart and Favor. I just save those for backups in case it's really, really slow. But luckily, I haven't had to use those in a while. I don't like Favor because it doesn't tell you anything. It tells you got a favor. Instacart, apparently Instacart does well in this area, because I've ran into a lot of people in this area that do the Instacart. I just personally don't like doing a lot of shopping. The little bit of shopping that I do, usually it's for like 10 items or less. And on Instacart, you know, you're major shopping there. I mean, and it's not really my cup of tea, but it's there if I need it. There's another one, Citizenshipper. I installed that one. I watched it on some video. Signed up. I didn't install it. It's just a website that you sign up on. You give them your number, and they text you when they have delivery. The thing of it is that's mainly all I've seen. Well, I've seen a few cars, a boat, one RV, tons of dogs. People will be shipping dogs from Houston, Texas to Rhode Island. And, I'm not going that far. You know, it would be good if you was going on a little vacation and you was going that direction. It might pay for your gas if you don't mind the dog being in your car. But other than that, that's all I run. It keeps me busy. Between Uber, Grubhub, Spark, and Skipcart. You can run more, you can run less. This is definitely one of those jobs you get out of the job what you put into the job. You want to work hard, gung-ho, you can make some money, but you're going to have to multi-app. You're going to make some pocket change and save the stress. Just run 1 or 2 apps. 2 apps can get stressful too. Don't think they can't. But like I said, generally it's just going to be an hour to 2 hours that all these apps may be going off at once. And then you have the ability to turn them off. Pause them, whatever. I don't recommend DoorDash in my area. I don't recommend turning it off because if you did get on, you're probably not going to get back on. So pause it. Take you a 35-minute break and do Uber or Grubhub, whatever. Anyway, the thing of it is, don't let it stress you out. That's the main thing. Because no money is worth getting stressed out, getting nervous, getting shakes, and anxiety attacks and all that. Not worth it. That's one of the reasons why you wanted to do this job to begin with. Most of us anyway, is the freedom. And if those apps are controlling you, you've lost. So don't let the apps control you. You're the one that's in control. All you got to do is reach up there and turn that phone off, and it's done for the day, or the hour, or 30 minutes. And get out and walk around. Go to the park. I've put out videos on that before. Just reset yourself if you start getting too stressed out. If y'all have any questions or comments or anything to share with me and the rest of the people that watch these videos, be sure and leave them down there in the comment section, because we're all here to help each other. Meantime, y'all keep smiling, dashing, dancing, prancing. Keep doing something, because you're going to grow old if you don't. See y'all in the next video. Bye for now.